This is issue 5 of Rumpus Room by Mark Russell and Ramon Rosanas. I just read this series. I just finished issue 5 and actually just read through the whole thing. I thought it was excellent. And since it's the last issue, rather than just spoil the end of it, I thought we'd just go through the whole thing, starting with issue 1. So there's kind of a spoiler in the premise here. Essentially, this is the tale of a cop who finds that her sister's gone missing, and her sister worked for this billionaire. So she goes to the billionaire to find out what's up, and she's gassed, knocked out, put into a cell with a bunch of other people. And while she's knocked out, one of the current residents of the Rumpus Room is forcibly removed and turned into skin cream for a billionaire. That's issue 1. And it really hooks you because there's a kind of a mission statement at the end of this issue, at the end of this first issue, where the writer Mark Russell goes into like why he wrote this story, and it's interesting. It's basically that sort of he's really good at capturing that feeling of powerlessness when you're like doom scrolling and looking at the news and all this negative stuff like that is right here on our doorstep, climate change and all these others, just, any sort of thing you can dread about modern society, and that, or capitalism in general, and that, these billionaires basically are kind of above we feel like we're powerless against them. And this, I'm doing a very poor job of describing this. I feel bad actually because it's really way more compelling than I can make it seem. The billionaire character is really well written, and I mean this is like a heinous idea, right? Look at this cover. I mean, but I feel like Mark Russell is really smart. This may maybe I described it and it didn't sound that intelligent, but he has a really great way of putting you into a headspace without bashing you over the head with an idea. I really enjoy his book, Traveling to Mars, which is about to have a issue come out. I think the final issue maybe comes out next week or next month. I'm really looking forward to that. I prefer Traveling to Mars to this, but this was excellent. I really did enjoy. If you want to look through for more issues here, I mean, the premise is there's this sort of politics of the Rumpus Room where all these people are captured. Some of them are previous employees of this billionaire. Some are like gardeners or security guards who ask too many questions. And this guy is just, he feeds them, but they basically vote off, like it's a reality show. They vote off people from the room to the outside where they're captured by these guards, and there's no escape that they can think of. And these guards basically deliver the victim to a machine that turns them into a facial cream that this dude is using and selling. It's way more grounded than that though. Like the story feels pretty grounded, and I liked it. The cop who gets in here like has a gun and escapes and goes to the police, and you're like, oh man, this is we're gonna bust this guy. By the end of the issue, she's back in the Rumpus Room. It didn't go well at all. The police screwed her, and like they even vote her off to go next. So like the stakes are really high, and they're really well handled. As poorly of a job as I'm doing describing it, that's as awesome of a job that Mark Russell does creating this story. And I was compelled. I read through this really quickly because I just wanted to get to the next part. Honestly, I think the end is a little... you can see here, they basically like push... spoilers for the end of this thing. There's a pillar in the Rumpus Room that's this basement of his mansion, and like they push it and it goes tumbling out. There's a hole that's created, and anyway, I felt like the ending was a little underwhelming, maybe would be good, but it didn't really, I was fine with it. I was compelled enough by the premise, and the execution was really good. So I liked Rumpus Room. That's by, this is Mark Russell is the writer, and AWA is the publisher. And they've done a couple of other books that I like, but I'm not sure what their status is. I mean, out this month, looks like 4 other issues, so. Good stuff. Check it out if you can find it. Maybe it'll be released in a trade, but I got them in the single issues, and I recommend picking them up if you can.